Hi, good morning everyone. Welcome to nutrition class for the last Saturday in January. I do hope you all are having a wonderful new year. I thought we'd start off by just discussing briefly resolutions, intentions, whatever you prefer to do. Just make sure that you do them in stepping stones, not to overwhelm yourself, so you'll be more likely to achieve whatever goal you set for yourself for 2023. So this year I thought we could start with some meals, easy meals depending on our lifestyle, what we have going on in our daily activity. I thought today we'd make a yummy baked chicken breast with veggie. It's a sheet pan recipe. It's super easy, 258 calories. You will get servings of 4 out of this particular meal, and all the ingredients together cost me less than $26 at my local grocery store. So I'm going to get right ahead into it. You will need to set your oven to 400 degrees. All you need to make this simple recipe will be a cookie sheet, baking sheet, whatever you prefer. Line it with some nice parchment paper here. We're going to use cooking spray to spray on top of our pan. We're going to use olive oil, which we'll dress that with our fresh veggies, which again, you can get at your farmer's market or your local grocery store. All you're going to need is a nice red onion, chop that in nice blocks, 1 red pepper, again, chunky, and then 1 broccoli head. I used a floret, chopped it off, and that's what I used for my broccoli. If you want to swap out any of these different types of veggies, of course, do that to whatever you and your family do like. And once the meal is done and prepared, after 25 minutes of cooking, we're going to follow it up and garnish it here with our fresh parsley that we chopped up here. So this meal is great because you're incorporating your protein as well as your veggie. It is one simple pan. You put it in the oven, and you can do something else for 25 minutes while it's preparing. The chicken breast was the most expensive part of our recipe. As you know, I paid about $15 and change for 4 nice sized boneless, skinless chicken breasts. These were super big, so we cut them in half. So this is going to generate 4 actual pieces of breast here. So once you have your chicken breast cleaned and everything else, we're just going to go right ahead and get into preparing it with the olive oil. And I'm simply wearing gloves to touch the poultry because of the seasonings afterwards. I don't want anything under my nails. So once you have your chicken cleansed, washed, and paper towel dried off, as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to flip it over, and I'm going to start with my olive oil. So I'm only going to drizzle it on both sides. So I'll cover all one side first. And then I'm just going to gently rub it in all around, flip it over. And then I'll do the next side. Super easy. Prep time is usually 15 minutes and under, which works out for me if you're working during the day. Especially those who are into meal prepping, this is a fantastic idea to meal prep on your time off. So once everything is covered, you're going to use your dry ingredients. Only thing I didn't have today was the onion powder, so that is not in this particular recipe. But again, it would be onion powder, garlic, and you're going to use oregano, all dry. Regards to the paprika, we chose a smoke today. Regular paprika works just as well. I went ahead and I blended it all here on the side in my little dish. I just put all 3 together already. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to sprinkle my dry ingredients right on top. Again, repeat the same process. You're going to want to rub it in, making sure you cover the entire chicken breast, even the sides. And while I'm doing this, I already have my oven preheating to 400 degrees, so I'll be good to go. So I rub it all in, cover the entire chicken breast, and again, flip them all over, and sprinkle my remaining. Again, you can swap out any of these ingredients, whatever works best. If you are on a low salt diet or no salt, you may want to use Mrs. Dash. There's a couple of lots of different varieties that product offers to season your food to your liking. All right, so I have my last chicken breast here. I'm just gonna make sure I rub it in for a few minutes. Making sure all the sides, front and back, everything's covered. It looks good. And this blend of dry ingredients, it is pleasant. It does smell good. Again, we happened to stumble upon the smoked paprika when we were shopping at Marshall's, and we've been using it quite frequently to season our meats when we prepare them. All right, so we're all set with our chicken. We're gonna go ahead and just place it in the center. Oops, hold on one moment. I got a spray. So I'm gonna use one hand here. I'm going to spray it with my cooking spray liberally all over the parchment paper. And don't be concerned, because once the parchment starts to cook, it will have that funny brown tone to it. It's okay, because you're spraying it first. So I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna put my thicker chicken breast in the center, and the thinner pieces, I'm just gonna align on the sides. So once you have your chicken aligned on your pan, you're then gonna wanna dress your veggies. So I'm just gonna clear this out the way, put this over here, and quickly wash my hands, and then we'll get right into mixing our veggies with the olive oil. All right. Okay. I like to clean my hands so there's no cross-contamination going on. So what I'm going to do simple with your veggies again, you're just going to go ahead and drizzle them with your olive oil. That's all you're going to do. Nothing else you need to put on this or add. So I'm going to go ahead and just drizzle olive oil over the onions, my red peppers. Again, swap these out. You can do orange, you can do green, yellow, whatever will make you and your family happy. And over my broccoli florets. So once that's all incorporated, I mix it in. And again, you can do this all in one big bowl. Earlier we prepped it in one bowl, but for demonstration's sake, I wanted to individually display each one. I'm gonna dump this all around my chicken. All around. And once the chicken starts cooking, the juices from the chicken will run over into all your veggies and the broccoli. I love the way the broccoli will cook because the ends, the florets look pretty, they're caramelized, the onions will be beautiful, and everything, you just cook it to your actual liking. If you like things more softer, then cook it for a longer time. If you want to leave it a little bit more al dente, more crisper when you bite it, then of course do it to the appropriate time of 25 minutes to 30 minutes. The main thing is making sure your chicken in the thickest part, internal temperature, is cooked at 165. So once I have all my veggies here arranged, if you want to drizzle again with olive oil, go right ahead. Whatever your heart wants to do, you just follow it. So you can drizzle it again. But right now, this is ready to go. My oven's already ready. It's going to be cooking at 400 degrees for probably 20-25 minutes. I will test it about halfway through, 15 minutes in between, maybe 10. I'll just check the chicken. You do not need to flip any of your chicken. It'll cook evenly. So it's going to go in my oven, 400 degrees. It's ready. And I'm just going to leave that there, do some other activity while it's cooking, and when it's all said and done and it's ready to go, this is how beautiful your dinner will look. Absolutely delicious. You can see the onions are caramelized here. The broccoli is beautiful, roasted nicely, evenly, and your chicken, as you can see, will be brown. It smells delicious, and I just cut this one here to demonstrate to you how quick and easy this meal was. It took me only 25 minutes to cook it and ready, and when you're gonna serve it to your family, garnish it with that fresh parsley right on top, and you're good to go. This is great for us that like to meal plan throughout the week. You can go ahead and make many dishes of this for yourself, your loved ones. It's absolutely gorgeous and it smells delicious. So again, thank you for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful, safe week. Stay active and healthy, and keep your plate rainbow-like, full of colors for your heart. Have a wonderful week. Thanks for joining me. Take care all.